Hi, my name is Melanie, and I want to share with you how I have not used shampoo for an entire month. I've gone poo-free, and I'm just using vinegar, baking soda, and olive oil. Okay, here's my kit, and this is pretty much my whole body kit. So, I usually have baking soda, vinegar, apple cider vinegar. I use extra virgin olive oil. California Olive Ranch is a really good brand. And this is just extra, but for a body scrub I do a salt and olive oil body scrub. I do that once a week in the bath. And then I do aspirin and water, kind of a facial mask. Anyway, so those are separate. And then sometimes I'll use a little bit of vinegar on a cotton pad here, and I will just clean my face with that. Works really well. And this is a good brush. And I usually keep a couple of grocery bags in here. So once a week I'll do an olive oil treatment on my hair and leave it in for like 45 minutes and wrap my hair in a bag. It's very cute. Anyway, so usually I have a cup and a measuring spoon. Yeah. So the first step is, this is the baking soda wash. I use this as a shampoo. So all I do is I add about 1 tablespoon of baking soda. And I've already got some in here, so I'm not going to do it now. But I'll pour it in here in the water, in the cup. I'll fill this up with water, and then I'll pour it in here. And then I'll just fill this up with water. I only use 1 tablespoon. Some people use 2. Depends on how dry your hair is. My hair gets pretty dry, so I just use 1. Anyway, so I fill it up. I got a regular water bottle. I wrote baking soda on it. I poked a hole in the top, and I use that in the shower. So for the vinegar, I do pretty much the same thing. With this, I do 2 tablespoons of vinegar. I pour it in there, and I mix it with water. And I pour that in here, and then I fill the rest up with water. And I use that as a conditioner in the shower. And olive oil is a great thing to have around, so I pour the bottle just into a little container here, and I can bring this into the shower. And then sometimes I will mix this with table salt, and I'll mix it up, and it'll be a really good scrub in the shower. And then I'll use an olive oil based type soap, and then I'll rinse it off so it's not too oily, but it leaves your skin really soft and smooth. So once a week I'll do the olive oil deep conditioner. So I'll put this in my hair, I'll fully saturate it, and then I will put a bag over my head, and I'll fasten it with clips, and I'll leave it there for a half hour, and then it's time to wash it out. Okay, the next step is to rinse the olive oil out. And I use baking soda, which acts as a shampoo, and I put it in at my hairline where the most oil accumulates, and I shake it, and I keep putting it in, pouring it, shaking, pouring, shaking. Get the sides and the back. And if your hair doesn't get too dry, then you can put it in all your hair and wash it that way. It doesn't lather, so it takes a little extra work, but it's worth it. Okay. The next step after baking soda is vinegar. It works really well with your hair to soften it, especially after vinegar, which can kind of dry it out if you use too much. I only use a little bit, so it doesn't really dry out my hair anymore, but when I was first experimenting, the baking soda really did dry out my hair. But anyway, so you put in vinegar. I usually don't focus on the roots as much. I'll put a little bit in, but I'll mostly put it on most of my hair and mix it all in. And this I'll leave in for 2 or 3 minutes. So on the days when you do the olive oil deep conditioner, make sure you really wash your hair good with the baking soda. Otherwise you'll have a lot of traces of olive oil and it will look greasy. So the times I do the olive oil, I make sure I clean it extra well. And I also add one more step on those days. I get a cheap conditioner. It doesn't have very many ingredients, and it's a lot better than the really highly chemical, highly processed stuff. So I just get it, it's like $1 something. And so after the vinegar, I will put this in, and it'll be a nice lather, and then I'll rinse it out. that kind of helps clean it too. Okay, this is the last thing I do. I use these little clips. So I let my hair pretty much air dry, 80 or 90% dry, and then I'll break my hair up into sections. My hair's already done, so it's kind of hard, but normally it's a little bit wet. And I'll take chunks like this, I'll twist them, roll them into like a bun, and add, oh, before I do that, I put in a little bit of mousse. It holds the curl. I just use Aussie Awesome Volume Maximum Hold. So I put that in, put it on the hair, twist it a tiny bit, wrap it like a bun, and do that. And I'll have about 6 or maybe 5 of these different buns around my hair. And you can sleep with those at night if you took your shower and everything at night, or during the day you can even use a blow dryer for each one. Then when you take them out, it's really curly. Hopefully it'll be shiny from the olive oil, but not too shiny. Hopefully you washed it all out. And that's it.